Hello, I'm Scott Elliott, proud superintendent of Watauga County Schools. I'd like to congratulate our 2023 Watauga County Schools Teachers of the Year. On behalf of our Board of Education, their colleagues, and a very grateful community, I'd like to say congratulations. Now join me now as we hear in their own words what makes them so very special. Thank you.
It's really the kids. The smiles on their faces, everything from when they come in the morning, they're excited and it's good morning, Miss West, and they're excited to see each other, and then keeping those smiles going all day long, keeping them engaged, and those aha moments when they figure out something new and it's like, oh look, I figured it out. And so that excitement and their smiles and their love of each other and wanting to be here at school, those are some of my favorite parts. We're planting seeds for tomorrow, and I love being a little part of that. And I have students who come by every morning just to give me a hug and say good morning, and that just kind of makes your day. You started out with a smile and a hug, and what could be better?
For me, it's a calling. I feel like the Lord's really called me to it, and I just love it. I can't imagine doing anything else. I did step away for a few years, and I missed it the minute I left. And so for me, it's an opportunity to impact every kid's life every single day. And so right when they walk in the gym, I have the chance to make a positive impact on them, and hopefully it impacts them throughout the day, but more importantly throughout their life. And that's my goal, is to make a difference in every kid's life that comes across my life and in this gym. There's not many places like this as far as being a PE teacher. It's a very different world than a lot of other people. The gym is full, it's loud, it's chaotic, but I thrive off of that, I live off of that. I think I'm a little bit chaotic myself, and so for me, I think it's just the passion that I have to make a difference, the passion that I have for kids, the passion that I have for this community. I'm from here, I've been raised in this community, I love it, my family's here, and so yeah, I just feel like the Lord's called me to it, and so the drive and passion is something that I really can't imagine doing anything else with my life. And so it's not really a choice, it just kind of flows out of me whenever I come in here. I'm excited to be in here. And the kids, their energy, their level of excitement, their desire to be in the gym, it really helps me to kind of show up every day and give 100%.
There's a lot of things I love about teaching. This is my first year teaching kindergarten, and I will say that I love that I have the opportunity to help kids love school. I hope that I can set them up for the next 13 years to really enjoy their experience. I get to lay the foundation, I get to help with those original memories that they're making, and just enjoy their time. I hope that I can help them love school for the rest of their career. Kindergarten should be fun and it should be exciting. They truly learn so much from the very beginning of the year to the very end of the year, and I'm learning just as much as they are. This is actually my first year in kindergarten, and I love getting to teach students to read, and I experienced that in other grades, but in kindergarten it is truly special to see them start at the beginning and just grow so much to the end of the year. I also love that I get to help them be their best self. Not only do I get to help them learn to love school, but I hope that I can instill a lot of good qualities in them as far as just being kind and being a good friend and developing good work ethic.
Different parts I love about teaching, my student relationships. Everything in my classroom relies on them. It ebbs and flows through everything I do. Our activities, our lessons, of course, to whatever measure I can get to relies on that connection I have with them, what they're interested in, what hypes them up, their learning styles. It goes through everything I do. The biggest part for me and that goes with that is not the aha moment that educators love and we talk about, but the moment after that is what really gets to me, is that excitement. They figure something out for the first time, they learn something that they're researching, they read something they think is just wild, and then they look at me. That is the best part. Just that excitement that they get every time. Obviously it overwhelms me because I cry every time I think about it. But just that my students are changed by what we do but I'm also changed by it as well. That we're learning hand in hand together. So, yeah.
I think what excites me most is that I get to interact with middle schoolers. You know, most people are like, middle schoolers, but I really love middle schoolers. And I really try to remember how hard it is to be 13. And that's really what pushes a lot of the way I operate in my classroom, is that I know the ups and downs, the daily ups and downs of being 13, and that a consistent and caring and just person that's going to encourage them is so important. And I know that I can be that for students, and that hopefully I'm not the only person in their life that's doing that, but I might be, and I'd like to be a strong person for them and be able to support them here in the 8th grade science classroom, but throughout their whole life as they carry on.
So my favorite absolute part about being a teacher is the relationship that I get to build with my students. We have 155 students, and what's so cool is I get them from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So that relationship starts super early, and I get to see them every day, which is so cool, and just build that relationship with my students each year and in a really cool setting. So I'm very, very lucky and very blessed at what I get to do. Not only just teaching, but what I get to teach and how I get to teach it every day. The students give me life, the students give me energy as well. So every 30 minutes a new grade level, a new class comes in. So when one is leaving, literally the next one comes in the door, and so they give me that life, they give me that new energy every 30 minutes.
I love teaching just because I love this community. I love the opportunities that teaching affords to be able to really invest in these kids, you know, outside of the school day, but just getting to see them thrive and succeed, but also those times when they don't, and just be there for them through that process is really special. And then getting to have them in my class, but then also see them thrive in, student council and those things, that since we're a K-8 school, we get to see them continue to just turn into these really compassionate leaders that are gonna lead in our community. It's really awesome. Parkway is just so special. My husband and I don't really have family here. They're each of our sides are about an hour and a half away. And so, from having babies, go to the hospital, just deaths in the family, anything that's come up, Parkway people have just really become my family here.
So there are so many things that I absolutely love about teaching, education, everything, but definitely the top two are my students, obviously, and then being able to see them grow as humans and start to develop opinions about topics, and it's just really cool to see them develop themselves and grow into little humans. I think back to my teachers who helped me when I was in middle school and elementary school and how they kind of molded me into who I am today, and I am forever grateful for them. I've only been teaching 4 years, and my first year was the year COVID hit, so obviously I didn't get full time with those kids, but I tried to create relationships that would last for a lifetime. And just the other day, it was my birthday, and I got emails from all those kids, and it made my heart so happy that they took time out of their day and remembered my birthday. Out of all things, they're freshmen at high school, they have so many other things going on, and they reached out just to wish me a happy birthday and say they missed me and loved me. And I think that just shows us what we as educators mean to our students.
I love that every day is a different day, and every day brings a brand new challenge to the table. And whatever you have written down on that lesson plan book, that's great, but some days you go off the script, and those are the days where I think the magic happens. Teaching virtually has been very much of a challenge, just getting used to the whole setup and the structure of it, but I love it because you get to think about, as a classroom teacher, how this would work in a classroom, and then the challenge of how do I make this work digitally. So that's a cool thing. It keeps me on my toes and it keeps me thinking. And how can I do this differently, but still make it effective, engaging, and make it work for kids? I think it's just being able to feed off the kids' energy is what I really like. And some days in the classroom it's slower than others, and some days you're on it and you just keep going and going and going. So I think just feeding off of everybody's energy is a cool thing, and that it kind of keeps me going. I know if I'm having a bad day, the kids can make me feel better.
So CTE classes in general, these kids that may not be doing the best in some of their other classes, they come down here and they get a chance to learn something new, they get a chance to get dirty, and for a lot of them, this is where they find their first true success in life. And so for me, watching that moment occur, that makes coming to work every day right. Just seeing the reactions. I mean, the kids that they come down here, they're excited to be in my class. In fact, I had one today say, "I'm sick, Mr. Mortensen." And I was like, "Well, why are you here?" I wanted to be here for this class. And I was like, well, you know, that's the moment, right? So we see them, we come down here, they get interested in something, and hopefully for a few of them, this is the beginning of a new career. So I love that. I mean, and I'm not a conventional teacher, I'm a lateral entry, so for me, there's been a lot of those transitions that have been difficult to overcome. But I mean, a lot of it is the same. We work in the classroom, we learn about stuff, we see pictures of stuff, we watch videos on stuff, but then we get to go outside and they get to explore it. They get to feel it for real. So I like that part of it more. I feel more comfortable in the shop even after all these years of teaching, but I also know how to play some games inside of here and keep people interested when it's time to learn a new task.